Alright, so right now we are spreading our notes for this EA conference, and we're about to talk on live stream.
Alright, so we are live, definitely.
Alright.
But alright, so that was the E3 EA conference. We got a bunch of things to talk about. So first was the Battlefield 1 stuff.
Yeah.
Like how they're adding all these women and everything.
Yes, wait, do you want to talk about the pre-show or no?
What do you mean? No, just
The conference.
yeah.
Alright, so you were the one who was saying that there was a lot of negative feedback about how there wasn't a lot of women
Yeah, there
in
was
the
just a
game
lot
in
of.
general.
I mean, there was a lot of like conversation about how there weren't any women in the game because there weren't a lot of women in World War One. So I guess this DLC is adding the women's battalion. It's like the women's battalion of death. I think that's what they were called.
Yeah, I think they were calling it. So
Yeah.
they're basically just DLC for them for story mode, I guess. It was a story for them.
Yeah.
What was it called? It was the
In the Name of the Czar? Or?
Yeah, in the name of Czar.
TSAR.
We're
It's
gonna
like
have a
winter
bunch.
DLC.
There's a squad of women who go and do their stuff. They kill people.
Just fair note, we are barely going to talk about EA Sports because we are not looking forward to sports.
Yeah,
as
we're not
much.
really
Okay, so
sports
play-
gamers.
Well, let's say like the ones that were announced were like FIFA 18, right?
Yes.
And we'll get them out of the way really quick. So FIFA 18, there's like
There's a new like they call it their like Ultimate FIFA Cup or something. It's just they're promoting new competitive play and they're
Right.
having like new competitions. And
They're
stuff like
having
that.
more esports stuff on that. Just esports in general. And EA was covering all their EA games.
Madden and their overall they like overhauled NBA Live, which
And
it's
FIFA.
and FIFA, which okay, NBA Live, like we can go back to Battlefield in a second if you want to, but NBA Live is pretty funny because like that is not like what people are playing right now. Like
everybody's playing 2K.
everyone has always played 2K. That is what's dominating the market. I play 2K with my friends.
Well, the cool thing about NBA Live, I thought, was like they were saying that they like when the guy was playing LeBron's, he was posting up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he could like switch between his stances, like which way the ball's going, right?
No, that's really
I thought it was really similar to like how For Honor played,
yeah,
where, like, you
the
switch.
flick, yeah.
and then you can flick which way you want to go.
As well as the defense for the player. I
Mhm.
think he was playing. Was playing defense.
I don't remember what his name is.
Like,
But-
okay, I didn't think it looked bad at all. Like, I actually thought it looked pretty cool. I just won't be surprised if, like, it doesn't dominate when it...
Yeah, 'cause
when
It probably won't unless like they have some crazy mechanics in
I
there.
don't want to criticize, but like the last few games, I think the last two NBAs were free on Plus. And
NBA Live or
NBA Live. And me and Jeremy played that because it was free. But 2K was free too, but I wouldn't criticize that.
Mhm.
But last time I played NBA Live was 2005 and 2008. I'm not
Can I talk about Madden for a sec, though?
yeah.
One thing that I really like, and it's not just with Madden, like, I mean, this isn't even EA, but 2K did this, like, with their story mode. They're getting, like, big name actors to be in, like, the career mode, pretty much. Like, you know Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yeah, of
Michael
course.
B. Like, you remember? Michael B. Jordan, the actor, was in the 2K thing. For anyone who watches movies, he just won an Academy Award, Mahershala Ali. I just happened to walk in right when the Madden was playing. He won the Best Supporting Actor Award for Moonlight, and he was in that. I was like, what? That's so random. But it's actually...
he was in Madden or what?
Yeah, he was in the story mode for Madden. I walked in right as they started playing.
If you do not
the
remember
trailer.
who he is the Black Phantom for Human Torch. Recent one.
Oh.
Recent, yeah.
Oh, no, that's Michael B. Jordan. I was talking about Mahershala Ali.
Brought that up.
I know, but then I brought... Oh, anyway, yeah.
Alright.
But anyway, Mahershala Ali, he's in the new Madden, and he won the award. for
Madden
Academy
also like transitioned to Project Scorpio, which is there's a lot of talk about Project Scorpio. Do you guys know what it is?
Is it the new engine?
It's the new Xbox. Yeah, it's like the processor.
Yeah, like processor.
something.
Engine
And,
processor.
They were showing it off the Project Scorpio with Frostbite, and you know it's like just the amount of detail it has. It's they haven't released a lot of specs on it, but like from footage we've seen, it's just like you can see like the threads on like their pants or like everything like that. So it should be pretty good.
It's kind of funny how all these sports games just come out of nowhere with these like amazing graphics, and they've gotten better every single year.
Yeah, especially the physics too.
Yeah.
And then they just really
like
quick,
the motion capture in
yeah.
FIFA.
Oh,
FIFA,
yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo's doing the motion capture.
But I was thinking, is he doing all the motion capture
don't
for every
know.
player, or are they bringing in players and like?
I don't know if they didn't really
They just highlighted him.
Yeah, they didn't really specify on it. He's just one of the greatest players.
Wouldn't it be weird if like everybody just moved like Cristiano
Cristiano
Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
And I guess they're trying to do like every character's like every best like player's specific play styles, so everyone would be different.
Yeah, they said it from even from the littles to the bigs.
Yeah, and then also they're doing a whole story about Alex Hunter.
Oh yeah, that's their like story mode.
Yeah, the story.
Yeah, I guess he's the newest, a new draft pick or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and it looked like I almost thought it was an actual commercial for like soccer because they used real people like commercials that they made for the game. It was kind of
well, he like news segments.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, because I guess Alex Hunter is just really popular in that aspect, and they wanted to just emphasize on it.
Yeah, but anyway,
Next was
cool things happening in the sports game.
Need for Speed.
Oh yeah, Jesse. The
Oh my
YouTuber
god,
was-
Jesse Wellens,
Yeah,
the
Oh my
YouTuber from
gosh.
Prank vs. Prank, he
I feel so-
totally choked.
he brought it back. He just forgot. He forgot what the game was called for a second, and he was like, Need for Speed."
And he just like started
Payback.
laughing, like
But he realized it and he brought it back. He brought back some like he got a recovery. He brought energy to it and everything.
What do you
The
think about it?
cool things about Need for Speed. First, I feel like it's getting really close to like Fast and Furious.
That's exactly what I thought. Like this
Yeah.
is Fast and Furious right now. Like I
Yeah.
feel like Vin Diesel could easily be in
Yeah.
that car. Like
the
what?
feel of it was like the movie of the time.
yeah. One thing that I really like that they did is like you can find junkyard cars, right?
Right.
Just out of nowhere. It's
That was really cool.
it's a mechanic where you can find a junkyard car, bring it and upgrade it to like a stock car, and then upgrade it to like a track car, you know. So racing buggies with like giant engines or something.
yeah. Wait, I have a question. Do you think like with like you know how the presentation was super cool with like all the slow mos and stuff like that? Do you think that is easily achieved in game? Like, what do you think about that?
It has. Well, first, that's like a Need for Speed thing.
Is it?
Like all the Need for Speed games, not.
I thought
Maybe I'm thinking about Burnout.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was
Burnout
gonna bring
is.
that up. I was like,
It
the
kind of
crash.
feels like Burnout.
Yeah, the crashing. Really, with the car chase. If you were watching, we saw a car chase of them trying to chase a car and the people protecting the truck within the car or whatever. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, the car, and then there's like
the
police
main-
cars or like mercenary
The
cars.
main driver was crashing into the mercenary car. Burnout slow-mo effect, which was pretty cool. I thought that was,
I feel like it's gonna be harder to pull off in game. Either that, or it's just gonna be really annoying just seeing every car you hit just goes into like slow mo, and then it whips back around. And you're like, I don't know where I am.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's one thing I didn't necessarily like, and I don't know if because I'm not a big I don't play Need for Speed, but it looked cool. But the one thing that I didn't necessarily like is that every time you hit a car, it had that like burst. Like you know what I'm talking about. Like
for
every,
slow-mo?
like no,
Like
not
the
even
zoom
not,
in?
not even just for slow mo. It like every time you hit it, like felt like you hit the screen, like shook every time
Oh,
you hit
did
a
it?
car. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
yeah,
notice
I got
that.
you, I got you.
And the only thing, like, I felt like people could argue that it's like immersive or something, like with the fact that you just you hit another car, but it kind of like it seemed distracting to me. Like it was kind of weird.
He killed a civilian. You see that?
Did he?
What?
Yeah,
He-
a civilian. there's two other cars that came. He knocked one out and then he hit a civilian car, and that car swerved
I
out.
mean, they're blowing up things and shit, running away from cops. What was the last Need for Speed game? Was it Hot Pursuit? Or
Hot Pursuit?
I think it was just called Need for Speed.
Just Need for Speed?
Yeah, it was more of just basically a virtual garage. It was not really any story or anything. Just racing. It's all about customization.
I think
That's the only thing
it
about that.
felt a lot like Fast and Furious and also like GTA.
Like this Yeah.
Like graphically, like it looks really, really good.
Really good.
But like the perspective, the HUD kind of felt like GTA a little bit.
Yeah, I think most part, the gameplay aspect that they were talking about is that Forza has in the pre-show they were talking about the Forza had like competition for holding up, but I guess this Need for Speed story is looking pretty well. They have 3 characters that you play as, I guess.
Oh yeah, and they all have unique play styles or whatever.
For Need for Speed?
Yeah, you could play. There's the guy and the girl, and apparently there's more.
Names
Oh,
Ty,
really?
Mac, and Jeff.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
3 characters.
Right.
That was pretty interesting.
I think it's good that Need for Speed is doing this type of thing because I mean Forza 5 is nice, but it's all about racing, really.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's about the cars and like how fast they go and just the feeling of driving these cars and stuff. And they want to do it and have it feel like action packed.
Yeah.
So it's another genre of like it's just separate from Forza and from like
Yeah, Forza more feels like a league race to me.
yeah, it's more like competitive, like
Right.
the NASA cars and stuff like that.
What else is-
But I mean, what? Go for it.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean, just to end on Need for Speed, I mean, it seemed cool. Cheers to turning your
Yeah,
classic Volkswagen
I
Beetles
hope-
into supercars.
I hope Need for Speed does well because it does.
Yeah, they're
look
bringing
good.
back Pursuits too, if you saw at the end of it. Yeah, they said they took that out.
Okay.
Next game. What's next?
Okay. So the next thing they talked about was the EA Originals where they talked about Brothers. Did you guys play that game first?
No, I did not play that game.
First of all, Brothers was like either a co-op or like a single player game, and each character was controlled by a thumbstick. So
wow.
one side, yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
one
okay.
side was one kid and the other side was the other kid. So when they reached out to the guy that made that game and they made a Way Out. So this game looks.
Dude,
This is.
so
I've been waiting for
good.
games like this where like
Exactly.
I always miss like couch co-op games where you sit there. Like I used to play like a lot of Halo.
Of
I
course.
used to play like Frenzy and like all my like old retro games are just like you sit there like in front of one TV.
Literally
That's,
everything on Xbox and PS2 and all that stuff, you just played split screen with your friends.
like they're almost like forcing it because like you know that's
Yeah,
the
they literally-
old way
they
of
brought
playing.
that up. He said it like 5 times. He's like, we both made this game mostly for split screen. You can play it online, but the full experience.
the cool thing about that is I think that it's always going to be split screen.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, even if you're playing online.
Wait, really?
No, yeah, because
That's the whole point. They want that
they
feel where
never
one
showed
person's
just
gonna-
one. They never showed just one screen. It's
Oh,
because they said it's split screen only, but
All
you
the
can
time, okay.
but you can play online.
They want that feel where one person can be in a cutscene, but the other person is right next to them, like actually playing
okay.
and walking
Yeah,
around and
I got you.
experiencing
Yeah.
what's happening from below.
And I like
from above or
how
whatever.
you know one person can see a cutscene and the other person can see it in their like perspective, but like the one person is not doing anything.
Yeah.
The other person is going around. So I'm thinking you can maybe exchange cutscenes. Maybe we'll see
knows?
about that.
But just like the way, like the different things that they were showing, like the way that they were back to back pushing each other up like an elevator shaft or whatever
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was, or whatever. Like
it just a lot of the co-op games that say they're co-op are just feel like it's a single player game
But
with your
you-
friends,
yeah,
you
but
know?
you're
It's
together.
like there's no helping each other out. Like the one games that I feel like like For Honor felt better because you're alongside somebody and you can team up on someone and you can feel like the timing of like when somebody's about to hit or like you guys are working together to achieve on one goal. But games like Battlefield, say they're co-op or like multiplayer, right? But then I can be on the whole other side of the battlefield shooting one guy and you can be like somewhere else and there's no teamwork at all.
this, you have to there's 2 characters, 2 with their own personalities, their own stories that you can find out, and then you have to rely on that other
It
person.
felt like a real story too. Like a Last of Us type of
I got vibes from The Last of Us, and for some reason, like graphic wise, it kind of reminded me of Mafia a little bit.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
know
I
why.
was gonna say too. The vibe and then like the play kind of like was like
maybe it's
GTA.
because the guy's voice acting was like Brooklyn type.
I don't just like the
Manhattan,
facial
yeah.
structure, and
Oh,
kind
that's
of like
true.
that.
I was
but-
like, are we playing Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah.
Great.
But the other cool thing is just like the color, like there was that one shot of like it was like golden hour in the forest or whatever.
Mhm.
It was just It looks really good, guys. It
Yeah.
looks really good.
I think there might be open. It might be an open world game.
It
Also,
seemed-
like
they
after
said-
after you get out of like jail, probably.
Yeah,
The,
he said you can explore.
Yeah,
the
there's, like,
representative,
car driving and stuff.
the representative from Hazelight, I think is the company that's
Yeah,
making
yeah.
it from
Mhm.
Sweden. He said you'll never get tired of it. There's exploring, driving, shooting, blah blah blah, adventuring.
So that we'll see how that goes. I'm definitely really interested in that
Yeah.
game.
I'm
He
really
said-
down for
He
that.
said it's supposed to be released in early 2018.
Also next year.
Yeah, no specific
Okay.
date yet, but
We'll keep an eye on
Let's
that
hope it's soon.
game.
What's next?
BioWare came out with. Well, it
It's a
was
short
it was
cutscene.
really quick.
it was a teaser.
It was called Anthem,
Mm-hmm.
I think, and it looked like a sci-fi fantasy type
Yeah.
game.
I almost thought it was like because you were saying that Destiny. I know Destiny's not made by
No,
EA,
but-
obviously,
But it did have like when they sorry, my bad.
No, you're
When
good. Go for
they said the wall, right?
Mhm.
My first thought was like, this isn't Destiny.
That sounds familiar.
But then again, when I saw like the sci-fi part of it and then also the fantasy part of it, there's a game called Elix coming out, which is kind of the same thing where like you get to. It's not released yet, but
Mhm.
I'm sure we'll see more about it. Maybe at E3, maybe I'm not sure. It's like a power from a meteor, and then people take that power for
Oh,
different
and
things.
you told me, and then there's factions and
Yeah,
people
there's
do
different
different
factions.
things.
So
with
I'm
that
thinking
power.
Anthem is going to be kind of the same way, taking that fantasy sci-fi aspect from it.
Hopefully, we
So-
haven't even seen gameplay. I don't even know what it's
Yeah,
gonna be like. at all.
but it has that feeling of like there's the central hub, which is like in Destiny, like the tower, or not anymore, but the last city, and then they're in a wall, and then once you exit that wall, you explore and find enemies and loot and other stuff. So
right.
probably is one of those games.
It looks cool. EA is definitely like, okay. The thing with me about EA is that last year, or in the years before, I keep feeling like they always try too hard to just solely rely on sports games and then Star Wars. And I
Yeah.
felt like, especially with Battlefront falling flat, it like
Well, it was good.
it was a good game, but just the consensus.
I guess everything just like in the community just like wasn't.
like it
Like
felt
enough.
more like Battlefield.
Yeah,
instead
Mhm.
of Battlefront.
It didn't feel
Right.
like any of the.
I can
classics
agree
at
with
all.
that. Definitely.
So I guess we'll switch over to Battlefront 2.
Yeah, we talked about it
Um,
already, so we just.
So in Battlefront 2, the first thing I noticed was there was no first-person mode. That I'm sure you can go into first-person mode, but they specifically made it look like the old. They know that we wanted the old
Mhm.
Battlefront.
That's exactly what I was thinking
Because
the entire time.
when we first opened up Battlefront, the first one, or the new first one, right?
Yeah.
It was all in first person. Like the class systems were kind of weird, where like it wasn't really a class. You just picked
You
your
were
weapon.
just like, it was like jetpack.
Well, you could
talking
switch
about-
to
pick-
third person.
no, but
Oh
I'm
no, you're
about,
talking about okay.
I'm
Sorry,
talking about the
jumping
class system, right?
Oh,
So
right, okay.
so there weren't classes. There was just appearance and then guns.
Right.
Yeah.
So and then you just were randomly like a person or not, right? So in this game, they brought back the class system where you can be like
Jetpack guy, captain, sniper,
yeah,
whatever.
other stuff like
And then
that.
they just brought it back.
Freaking gat.
Yeah.
Freaking droid with a machine
Yeah.
gun
I
by
think
the
they just
hip.
brought all the aspects of the feel of the old games, but just with the look of the.
Yeah,
Basically on steroids.
that's what
what we
everybody
wanted.
wanted though. Yeah.
Right.
And then just to see all the eras, right? So now we even saw Rey versus
Rey versus Darth Maul.
really quick, but
Makes no
Han
sense.
Solo
But how
too.
awesome!
Han
is that?
Solo got like
Wrecked.
wrecked. Oh my gosh.
Okay, the one thing that I hope is like, okay, it's really cool that we can play all these different characters and that you can play your favorite character, blah 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 blah. I really hope that every character has like, whether it's a unique ability or just something about them that doesn't make them like the rest. Like I hope we're not just playing people with lightsabers.
Well, yeah.
Or,
I mean, there was the heavy plasma shooter. He has a big shield, right? He probably moves slower, and
Yeah,
then
they had it for both droids and.
well, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the heroes.
oh, the heroes. Yeah,
Yeah.
they did talk about each of them having different abilities. Darth Maul is probably he's really fast. We saw him use play him, so he was just like dashing from place to place, just chopping people down.
Wish they had the spider version. That'd be cool.
We'll probably. I hope we see General Grievous in there sometime.
Yo, that would be really cool.
They also talked about Rey. She had the mind control ability. It was like a stun, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
really? I actually missed
It was
that.
probably like in For Honor, like the ninjas or the samurai have that like the shout.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
probably something like that. I'm sure Darth Vader doesn't move that fast.
Mhm.
He's probably slow walking, just like throws
With a
things
cane.
out. Yeah, he's probably has a lot more health. And just can like wreck like 3 people all at once, whereas Darth Maul has to like chop them down.
Right.
What else did we see?
The ATRTs.
Oh yeah,
Or
ATRTs.
Mm-hmm.
The little walker drones that they ride on. Yeah, those look interesting. Drones are back.
Yes.
I mean droids.
Yeah,
The
droids.
droids are back. I just want to chop them up, man.
Yeah, exactly.
No, dude, I want to play as the Super Battle Droid. That was my childhood, man.
No, the rolling ones.
Rolling one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what are they called? What are they called?
They're battle droids, right? They're battle droids.
Oh no, yeah, we have the battle droids that are the ones that can shoot out of like their arm and they look like people, and then there's the super battle droids that roll and they have the shields, which
Yeah.
are crazy.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
Dude, those were broken. Those were broken.
I loved playing as those.
What else? They also had the jump troopers as well as. Well, I think the best part was like you didn't have to pick up coins anymore for like the fighter jets or anything.
yeah.
You
Right.
have to basically have points, assists, anything.
It's battle-
Yeah,
against
you-
points.
That translates in battle points, right? Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Yeah, I guess like the better you do, the more battle points you get, and then you can play as like different heroes or that like
Or you-
different
Right,
vehicles.
I had saw when there was like because when they were doing the dog fights, like the different spaceships that were battling each other. When one destroyed the other, it said, "Oh, you just gained 7,000 whatever or something like that."
okay,
I had
okay.
saw that. So
The tank had a really good like a wraith feel from Halo,
Mhm.
like how it drives.
see, they had that in the old Battlefront, but it wasn't. It didn't look that cool. It
Yeah,
never looked
definitely
that cool,
it
man.
just seems like you're getting shot at.
Definitely not.
And that's it.
I like the new Battlefront that's coming out.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Honestly, it might be a must. Like, it might be a must.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly.
What, you don't think so?
Yeah.
I'm not like I
Michael-
still have like
It's
my
still-
doubts
yeah.
because like there has to be it's EA, there has to be some sort of like microtransaction thing.
They probably
First of
will,
all.
because they're talking about the first season being free, but then there could be more than just
That's
free.
what got me too. They said like a lot of is it only like one DLC that's
I
free
think
or is it
it's-
everything?
I think it's the first season.
The first season of I didn't think it was just the first season. First season
I heard-
season of DLC is what.
That's what
So
I
like
heard, yeah.
the first season pass.
There's
almost.
gonna be new heroes. I think they said new maps.
Finn and
maybe.
Phasma.
Finn and Phasma. Yeah, that's gonna be
Definitely
really cool.
free.
Dude, I mean, I hope they at
There's
least
gonna be
learn
a
their
I
lesson.
hope
Chewie-
I don't have to pay for General Grievous, man. I don't want to pay for
Chewbacca,
General
there's gonna be
Grievous.
Chewbacca. More planets, space battles.
Yeah, we'll get to play that. The beta for that comes in the fall
I didn't hear that.
if you pre-order. We have to pre-order to do that.
Well, are
It's
we
$5.
gonna, Are we gonna pre-order?
I might. I don't think about it.
I'm already pre-ordering Destiny, so we'll see.
Ugh, Destiny.
But they also said Star Wars Battlefront 2 is 3 times bigger than the first
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront.
That's good.
I hope they
Heroes,
revamped
content.
the co-op because I really like the
split
co-op.
screen?
Yeah, the split screen, but it's like waves, right?
like, oh yeah. Okay.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
So
Battle missions.
yeah, so I hope that they have like how like almost like a Call of Duty Zombies type of thing, where like you try to see how far you can get instead of
Like
like it's just
survival?
time. Yeah, instead of it's just like 10 waves. or 4,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. That, which is what they had in the last one. And dude, the story mode looks awesome.
They said skirmish is back also.
What's skirmish?
So it's just like deathmatch.
Oh, okay.
Instead of like story, like you have to do like you have to capture the point and then go to something else. Instead, it's just like straight up
Team
like,
deathmatch.
deathmatch, pretty much.
I think a lot of this was just like a lot of nostalgia.
It's probably like
It was
small
pretty cool.
deathmatch too.
Like they brought all the best parts of the whole game, and then they had the shoulder switching was pretty cool. I wasn't looking for it. Like these guys told me that I was missing it. And then,
Yeah, they definitely did have shoulder switches. I was trying to figure it out because a lot of the players didn't seem to know how to like shoulder switch. Like if the wall's there, you like go like this instead of like over here and then like backing all the way.
Exactly.
It was kind of funny because we just like me and Chris like were making like just weird notes while we were watching the players playing the game. It's like people were just like randomly jumping and like how does the jump differ from the last game? Just like we saw
literally when it started, the droids were being deployed and then this guy just jumped and then it was like,
do droids
that's how you jump?
Yeah, do droids
I've never seen a
jump?
jump before. I guess they do.
Now we know. Also, Origin access for free.
It was like the week, right?
I don't know, but Plants vs Zombies is free.
Yes, dude. Plants vs. Okay.
Garden Warfare. Yeah.
People sleep on Garden Warfare. It is so fun. There's different classes.
It's a lot of fun. It's co-op definitely because you feel like you're working together again at that point. But they have AAA games for free.
Free trials for the next week.
For this week on PS4, Origin access, so that's PC also. Not sure.
They didn't mention anything.
A lot of their sports
they
games were
didn't
free
mention
too.
Xbox.
They also did Battlefront 1 if you don't have that game.
Wait, what?
They had in the titles, Battlefield 1 was one of the titles that were free too. And
Battlefield 1?
Yeah, a lot of the EA sports.
Wait, do you have Battlefield?
I don't have Battlefield 1.
Oh, you gotta get
Battlefront
it.
1.
Do I?
Battlefront. Yeah.
Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront. Yeah.
Battlefront 1. So let's play that game. We gotta play that game. That will be our killing floor.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If any other PlayStation users are pissed off.
Release dates at all? Like I didn't see a lot of release dates for any of
this game.
things.
November release.
November.
Yeah,
Did
it
you
came
see
really
any?
early.
Do you see any for like the Need for Speed or?
Need for Speed, I think.
I thought Chris
Okay.
said something.
Anthem. What we were talking about. For BioWare's thing.
Yeah.
The sci-fi fantasy. They're gonna talk about that more on the Xbox panel. So they probably have a deal with Xbox over there.
Gotcha.
No, I didn't see a release date.
Nah, this is some early access.
All I wrote on Need for Speed was Jesse choke.
Jesse choke. Jesse Wellens, dude.
I'm sorry,
so
I love
wrong,
you, but like,
Praying for you, man. I don't know how you got this gig, but man, you had one shot.
he's
man.
pretty cool.
They'll let you back. Don't worry.
He's bumming it.
You made enough money off YouTube already.
Anything else, guys?
Okay, well, can I say what I really want EA to do?
What?
And I was telling-
dude, everything.
All right, dude. I don't know if any of you guys are Knights of the Old Republic fans. Like, not the MMO. I'm talking about the original Knights of the Old Republics.
He's been asking for this for a while. Yeah.
There's always been rumors of new Knights of the Old Republics that like in progress, but they always just keep getting just like
You know what is, I think coming?
What?
The what do you call it? Republic Commandos.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I
that's
think-
like that's the
I think
Like the
clones,
like
right?
the
Yeah, the
classic.
clones.
Oh my god!
Like the
And there's
like
gonna
the
be
classic
co-op
one, right?
and more story and stuff.
I really want that
I
game.
don't know if it's EA. It might be fan made, but they're using the Unreal Engine, so it's gonna look good.
Huh?
Yeah,
Like,
I really want that game.
Yeah, I really.
Fighting the battle droids in that game were so
Dude,
crazy.
that's
great.
that's a classic, man. I remember that.
And on the original.
But-
It's not gonna be a second one. It's a remake, but there's gonna be a little more story, I think, in it.
Right.
So
But
it's gonna be fun.
as I was saying, come on, EA, we want that Star Wars RPG, man. Come on, man. That's what I need to survive.
Or like you know, the 1313 game, or like all those Star Wars games that were
Yo,
coming out.
they
that were
faked
all-
on 1313.
I
Yo.
was so excited. I was so excited, man.
Uh,
Alright, but is that it?
is that it?
anything
I think
else?
that's
Any
it.
final remarks,
I have
boys?
nothing else except for, I mean, I have little notes, but they're just part of Battlefield 2. But we're basically spoke over all of it.
All in all, a pretty good EA press conference.
And
Yeah, I think
Battlefield
that's
2
it.
was, they hyped it just enough because it was
Battlefront.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they did definitely prove what everybody wanted for Battlefront 2.
Mhm.
Definitely. So they'll get definitely positive reviews on that, but there's always going to be like people skepticizing because how dirty they did it.
Where's my first person? I didn't see first person.
All right.
All
Alright, well, that's gonna be it for this EA press conference for EA or E3 press conference for EA. But we'll be back
for all the other ones.
tomorrow. I don't think there's anything else for EA. But tomorrow there's going to be
Bethesda, I believe.
I think
That's what I heard.
Bethesda, Xbox, and Microsoft.
And then Sony's on Monday. Monday night.
Mm. Let me check
Nintendo's
really
on
quick.
Tuesday.
The Switch. Okay, so the schedule for tomorrow is just Bethesda and Xbox.
Cool. I love Bethesda. Like I'm a Fallout.
That's
fan.
gonna start
Love all that stuff.
at 5 p.m., but we might have gotten it wrong. It might be an hour before. It might be
I will
4
not
4
be here
p.m.
because
So
Okay.
we'll probably be doing this stuff at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock probably if they end Microsoft's
that's
at
pretty
5.
good.
We'll see.
But if you like this, subscribe to Are They Zen? That's our YouTube channel. Share, subscribe.
Yeah, tell us what you thought about the EA conference down in the comments. If you wanted to see more stuff, or if you wanted us to cover anything else that's coming up that you want to know about. Yeah. So, but thanks for
Also,
watching.
definitely tell us what in the comments what you're anticipating for the next conferences that are
Yes,
coming up, so we can
definitely.
talk about it too.
Kingdom Hearts. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
See you later.
Peace out.